In today's gospel, we have a dishonest steward who has been praised by his master because of his astuteness, because of his shrewdness, kuchenjera kupano ono filia kwati chipalakasa chali sukoyu muntu. Yeah, because when he started falling out of the favor of his master, he realized when he has finally left his workplace, life out there could be very difficult. So he started preparing himself for tomorrow. Pantuaum former rumors, the master wants to sack you. He wants to kick you out of here because you have been wasteful, you have been dishonest. And for sure, this is what the master has been planning to do. So before he is finally kicked out of stewardship, what does he do? He begins to call those who owed the master something so that he can clinch a deal with them, so that when he's finally kicked out, those same people would welcome him in their houses. He says, I am not strong enough to dig, in short. So when I go out there, I'm going to suffer. And he's very honest with himself. But again, I can't go about begging. It is shameful. So what am I going to do? Let me make peace with the people that I'll find out there so that they will welcome me in their houses. So he begins to prepare for tomorrow. So he calls those. How much do you owe the master? No, it's just 10 whatever oil. Oh, right 5. 50 buckets of wheat, whatever. Right 2. What about you? Oh, Shanshan. Lembapo zero. So he's getting into a deal with these people that are going to welcome him. And for sure later this person, of course the gospel doesn't tell us, but we can assume that was finally kicked out of the stewardship. Now, because he prepared himself, he prepared for tomorrow, he didn't go out there and suffer. Abantu bamupokelela. Because he was very good to them when he was, up there. He was good to them. You can call this some kind of kuchenjela, but in a way it is still, dishonest, because he's doing this behind the master. The master doesn't know that this person is actually is another way of stealing from the master. But he is praised because he acts in this shrewd way, clever way. There's something that Jesus is trying to say to us when he gives us this parable. It's a parable, it's a story, and behind it there's a teaching. First of all, there are two things. First of all, he's talking about stewardship. Don't be wasteful when you are a steward. Don't be wasteful. What you have does not belong to you. It belongs to somebody else. So when somebody gives you, don't go about no, don't be wasteful. Be a responsible steward. If the car had the full tank, when taking it back, become a fuel. Not na kaka kajaka ikai ecclesia. Icon. Some people are that wasteful. Mwapera moto ka full tank vale bosha ili pananikani Ecclesia Catholic. It's not fair. It's not nice. If it was your car, you'd feel very bad. Yeah. So, just is saying, don't be wasteful. What you have been given to keep, to take care of, is not yours. There is a master somewhere out there, the owner of what you have. Take care of what you have been given according to the instructions that have been given to you. In this case, we can talk about our life. That sometimes we want to think that this life that we have is ours, but it's not ours. There's death. We know that there's death. If it belonged to us, we would prevent ourselves from dying, actually. We would know which button to press so that we never die, we don't die. Now, since this life is not ours, we are going to die. We are going to leave it. We are going to give it back to the owner. And sometimes death comes suddenly. You are not prepared. We have heard of such deaths. Because the life that we have is not ours. Just is saying, Do not be wasteful. Don't waste that life, because one day you're going to stand before the master and account for that. You're going to explain to the master. You'll have to explain. And if you were wasteful, what are you going to say before the master? So the first lesson that Jesus is trying to drive across here is never to be wasteful with the things that do not belong to you. The life that we have does not belong to us. It belongs to God. We should keep it according to the instruction that has been given to us by God. Fish mulenjeba, it's my life. Fish munganjeba, hey, it's my life. I can do whatever I want with it, especially the young people. Lemu pindulula iyo mkwai fyakale fyo fish munganjeba im. Tamwishi bati kwalisa AI. Kwalisa mwalimu wa fish baimu. Mwakala mbacho AI yapitira kunuma mwafura nomwa kuchirosha kanshikula puka vyo abana bandaka imkwai. Yeah. But tomorrow when things begin to go bad, the same young people come back to the parents crawling. Bamayochele kalipechi. Church theft. But we told you. You thought it was your life. This life that we have does not belong to us. Today you are strong. You are able to go to that place, to the other place. You are able to do whatever you want to do. But tomorrow something happens and you are grounded, because the life that you have does not belong to you. Jesus is saying, be a responsible steward. The other lesson that Jesus is trying to drive across from this gospel is preparation for tomorrow. That's why this dishonest steward is praised, because he prepares himself for tomorrow. This steward, at least he understands that one day he's going to leave this comfort that he has. One day he's going to be kicked out. He does not believe that what he has now is the end of life, is the ultimate end. He knows that there is something that is after or beyond what he has now. And so he prepares for it. He does it in a dishonest way, quite all right. But there's this aspect of preparation for tomorrow. Sometimes when we are alive, we want to think that what we have is the ultimate end of life. We forget that there is a beyond. There is what we can even call the life after. The scriptures call it that way, the life after. And Jesus is telling his listeners, prepare for tomorrow, because you don't know what your tomorrow is going to be, how it is going to be. Prepare yourself. When you are giving, when you are charitable, you are giving to the poor, you are giving to the vulnerable, you are building yourself a mansion in heaven. That is the kind of preparation Jesus is talking about. When you give that cup of water to the person that is thirsty, you are preparing for your future. You are buying a plot up there in heaven. This is what this person is doing. You are congratulations, because he wants to prepare himself when he leaves this. So we have to understand that yes, we can enjoy the comfort of this earth, the comfort of this life, but we have to understand that there is a beyond, there is the life after. Are we also preparing for that life after? Because if we just think that what we have now is all there is, then and this is the lesson Jesus is trying to say, to teach us. So two things: responsible stewardship, understanding that what we have does not ultimately belong to us. Then secondly, understanding that this life is not the ultimate end of everything. There is a beyond. And like this dishonest steward, though he does it in a dishonest way, we should also prepare ourselves for tomorrow, when we finally leave the comfort of this earth. Amen.